Hello, welcome to Crush Medicals. You know, when we talk about health, we often focus on things we can see, things we feel every day. But what about the things we're planning for, like starting a family? In this video, we will be talking about 10 habits that can reduce a woman's fertility. Fertility is a precious gift, and it's something that many people take for granted. But did you know that the choices we make every day can have a huge impact on our fertility, especially for women? It's true, and that's why we're here today to talk about some of the things that could be affecting your chances of getting pregnant. We are what we eat, right? Well, that goes double when it comes to fertility. A diet that's low in essential nutrients and packed with processed foods can really throw your hormones out of whack. And when your hormones aren't happy, ovulation can be a real struggle. Think of your body like a finely tuned machine. It needs the right fuel to run smoothly, and that fuel comes from a balanced diet full of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. So, what are some of the biggest culprits when it comes to diet and fertility? Well, let's start with sugar. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up sweets entirely, but too much sugar can lead to insulin resistance, which can mess with your menstrual cycle and ovulation. Processed foods are another big one. They're often loaded with unhealthy fats, sugar, and artificial ingredients that can disrupt your hormonal balance. Instead, focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. Okay, coffee lovers. I know this one might be tough to hear, but that daily caffeine fix could be affecting your fertility. Now, don't panic just yet. I'm not saying you have to give up your morning coffee altogether, but moderation is key. Studies have shown that high caffeine intake can interfere with ovulation and increase the risk of miscarriage. So how much caffeine is too much? Well, most experts recommend limiting your intake to about 200 milligrams per day when you're trying to conceive. That's about 1 to 2 cups of coffee, depending on how strong you like it. And remember, caffeine isn't just in coffee. It's also found in tea, soda, chocolate, and even some medications. If you're a heavy caffeine consumer, try cutting back gradually to avoid withdrawal symptoms like headaches and fatigue. And remember, staying hydrated is super important, especially if you are consuming caffeine. All right, let's talk about smoking. We all know it's bad for our overall health, but did you know that it can also wreak havoc on your fertility? Smoking damages the ovaries and speeds up the loss of eggs, which can lead to early menopause. And if that's not bad enough, smoking can also increase your risk of ectopic pregnancy, miscarriage, and other complications. Look, I get it. Quitting smoking is hard, but trust me, it's one of the best things you can do for your health and your fertility. There are tons of resources available to help you quit, from nicotine replacement therapy to support groups and counseling. Talk to your doctor about what options might be right for you. Now let's be real, a glass of wine with dinner now and then isn't going to make or break your fertility. But if you're trying to get pregnant, it's important to be mindful of your alcohol consumption. Excessive alcohol intake can disrupt your menstrual cycle, interfere with ovulation, and increase the risk of miscarriage. So how much is too much? Well, there's no magic number here. But most experts recommend limiting your intake to 1 to 2 drinks per week when you're trying to conceive. And remember, binge drinking, which is defined as having 4 or more drinks in one sitting, is especially harmful to your fertility. If you're struggling to cut back on alcohol, talk to your doctor. They can help you come up with a plan to reduce your intake safely. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for overall health, and it plays a significant role in fertility as well. Both being overweight and underweight can disrupt the delicate balance of hormones needed for conception. Let's break it down. Being overweight or obese can lead to insulin resistance, which we've already touched on. This can disrupt ovulation and make it harder to get pregnant. Excess weight can also increase inflammation in the body, which can interfere with egg quality and implantation. On the flip side, being underweight can also be problematic. When you're not getting enough calories and essential nutrients, your body goes into survival mode and may stop ovulating altogether. This is the body's way of conserving energy and protecting itself during times of stress. In today's digital age, it's easy to fall into a sedentary lifestyle. We spend hours sitting at desks, commuting, and relaxing in front of screens. While this may seem harmless, lack of physical activity can have a negative impact on fertility. Regular exercise is essential for maintaining a healthy weight, regulating hormones, and improving blood flow to the reproductive organs. When you're physically active, your body releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects and can help reduce stress, another factor that can impact fertility. Let's face it, life is stressful. We juggle work, relationships, finances, and a million other things. But did you know that chronic stress can actually interfere with your ability to get pregnant? It's true. When you're constantly stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol is actually a good thing in small doses. It helps us respond to stress and keeps our bodies functioning properly. But when cortisol levels are chronically elevated, it can wreak havoc on our hormonal balance, including the hormones responsible for reproduction. High cortisol levels can interfere with ovulation, decrease egg quality, and even make it harder for a fertilized egg to implant in the uterus. We all know how important sleep is for our overall health and well-being, but did you know that it also plays a crucial role in fertility? When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces less of a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is not only essential for regulating our sleep-wake cycles, but also acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting our cells from damage. When it comes to fertility, melatonin plays a vital role in regulating our menstrual cycles and protecting our eggs from oxidative stress. Studies have shown that women who don't get enough sleep have lower levels of melatonin, which can disrupt their menstrual cycles and make it harder to conceive. We live in a world surrounded by chemicals, from the air we breathe to the food we eat and the products we use every day. While many of these chemicals are considered safe in small doses, prolonged exposure to certain environmental toxins can have a negative impact on fertility, both for men and women. These toxins can disrupt our hormonal balance, damage our reproductive organs, and even affect the quality of our eggs and sperm. Some of the biggest culprits include pesticides, heavy metals like lead and mercury, BPA found in certain plastics, and phthalates commonly found in personal care products and fragrances. Many medical conditions can impact fertility, both in women and men. Some of these conditions, like polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, and thyroid disorders, are quite common. PCOS is a hormonal disorder that can disrupt ovulation and make it difficult to get pregnant. Thyroid disorders, on the other hand, can affect hormone production and interfere with regular menstrual cycles. Other conditions like endometriosis, pelvic inflammatory disease, and sexually transmitted infections, STIs, can also impact fertility by causing damage to the reproductive organs. It's essential to address any underlying medical conditions that could be affecting your fertility. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the factors that can impact fertility and making healthier choices, you can increase your chances of conceiving and having a healthy pregnancy. Remember to nourish your body with nutritious foods, get regular exercise, manage stress, prioritize sleep, and minimize exposure to environmental toxins. If you're concerned about your fertility or have been trying to conceive for a while without success, don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor. They can help you identify any potential issues and discuss your options. Subscribe to Crush Medicals for more health tips. Please note that this message is for health enlightenment only and not medical advice. If you have a medical challenge, kindly contact your healthcare provider. Like this video if you found it helpful and comment below with any questions, or share your own tips for maintaining fertility. Empower your fertility journey.